All right. Hello and welcome. This is Dominion Online Championship Semifinals. This is game one of RTT versus Cider, and I just started my recording after talking for 5 minutes. So it's a little bit we're a little bit late with this, but that's all right. You hopefully you'll manage. And we only have RTT with a town crier so far. We turtled it because I assume we didn't. Oh, we didn't care about hitting five. That why? I don't really get it. Meanwhile, Cider has bought a cavalry at some point. It was in the open. I assume to hit the forager faster, and I think Cider is just not particularly interested in playing with blacksmith draw, which I could see. Although maybe he buys a blacksmith here. One of these players has two foragers. Who is it? It is RTT with two foragers. Okay, so RTT is gonna be trashed a little bit better. And they have a town crier. Meanwhile, Cider. What does Cider have? Cider has a scheme. That, I mean, I guess that helps you with trashing a little bit because it can collide with Forager, and if it doesn't collide with Forager, it can top deck itself to collide with Forager. So it's not like it's also decent trashing, but it's not as good as second Forager. I guess it has some utility with Conspirator later, so maybe having that scheme is okay. Not thrilled about it. Oh, also with scheme you can actually top deck Elder Blacksmith if you do that out. So that's actually kind of handy. Uh, oh, I don't like the second scheme. Just I don't see what the second scheme does when you don't really have any actions that do things in your deck. I would prefer to have actions that do things in my deck. Oh, okay, RTT is going for Fool's Gold. That I am a little bit surprised by. Um, but I guess if you just keep your deck thin enough, you can make the Fool's Gold work, and you just play with limited deck control, and you just play a bunch of Fool's Golds and try to get provinces before the other player does, which is a completely valid strategy. Cider goes for Blacksmith now, but it looks like Cider's deck just doesn't do a whole lot, at least to me. Um, So, yeah, I see RTT being well ahead at this point, and I think this is going to be the more fool's goals. Uh, I mean, I'm not sure that I would want this kingdom to have a village for the tent. Uh, because that makes the game just really annoying with uh who found your black. It just turns it into the game of okay, did you find your blacksmith on the top of your deck? Did you find your garrison on the top of your deck? I don't I don't like the fort engines as much. So I don't know. Uh I just it would be a little bit pleasant for the blacksmiths with especially with the scheme that can top like a blacksmith. But yeah, no, not thrilled about playing with a village here. Or rather, it'll make the engine better. It'll make the engine less pleasant, I think. Like what RDD has going on here is pretty strong. I would imagine this, at least this shuffle, is going to be to three provinces. with 14 cards in the deck. Um, and meanwhile, Cider, how did they have oh, we just cantrip this blacksmith, right? I was gonna ask how did they have a village effect. But yeah, no. And I think Cider just, well, Cider has no control over the Townsfolk fight pile, and they don't have any of the Fool's Golds, so I don't really know where you go from here. Guess you just gotta get Conspirators and hope that you can build two doubles somehow. But RTT is going to single province for about 6 turns in a row or so. Or like, yeah, just I don't see where you really go here. I mean, we drew deck. That's something. I guess that's really cute. An interaction that I completely missed is that you can play all your coppers by a cavalry, and then you could draw a blacksmith. Although, you know, again, you need that elder effect in order to do that. Mm. Oh, you could. Oh yeah, you could do that, right? You could turtle a scheme uh, every turn, and you just don't play with a terminal, which these terminals, cavalry is alright, I guess, but it's not anything that like gets me particularly excited. Yeah, so you could uh, have that one blacksmith play after playing all of your treasures as draw to 6, which is probably sufficient for this deck. Mm, except for that, this is not what's happening. What is actually happening is RTT just ignoring all that and having a bunch of fool's goals and winning the game with them. And this is actually really nice for RTT where you get to save a horse playing this down here for money to hit 8 as well. And there are two more fool's goals in those 7 cards if I can remember correctly. Uh, and there might be some draw. Probably isn't. Or maybe. Would you want to play this horse? Probably not. Probably not. It's just. Oh, it's probably like a bunch of coppers. If you want to get more action. Oh, you can like get one action exactly. With the Turtle Lake scheme every turn. Or you could play your terminal in the middle of the turn to draw instead of at the end. This is alright. Um, I guess you could have turtled this horse. No, you couldn't have because you need to play Dunkirk for money. I guess you need to play Dunkirk for money anyways, unless you know that all of these cards are money. But I felt like all of these cards were hitting province, unless you want to trigger a shuffle right now. Could be. Oh, okay, there were a bunch of horses, and there was a forger. They weren't all money, I suppose. Yeah. Mm, you know, Outsider's deck, well, it is starting to draw a deck. They have a bunch of horses. And they have what, 4 conspirators, and then 6 copper. I mean, it's still not enough payload to double, but maybe you can keep on adding payload to eventually double here. It's just there are so many stop cards. I don't really see how you get rid of these stop cards in your two card. Yeah, you just like you have to double at some point, and Or when is that point? Assuming RTT province is here. I mean, I think you have the province conspirators, RTT provinces. The provinces are at 4. Uh, and then you have a turn, and do you have to double there? A cider? Probably. And then RTT would be in trouble. You could also prepare to, like, just single province, prepare to double on that turn. And then if RTT single provinces, you double and tie, or you could province state on that turn. Uh, oh, RTT. Oh, I don't like that fool's gold. I think that was supposed to be in a state already. Because this way you can avoid the tie. If like if cider single province is here, you single province cider doubles. Then it's a tie, which seems like a pretty likely outcome to me at this point. I don't think cider here should be continuing their turn. I think this is just buy a province. Sure, we can turtle this tab. We could have also played it. Because I imagine we are playing it after already hits province here. Yeah, we probably play that horse, and this is not enough money yet. I think we need to. I think as RDT we just need to play for province. Oh, this is more than province. Okay, province estate is super safe. And we can turtle the town prior to. Yeah, province estate doesn't give cider outs to tie. Because cider only has one forager, so like, even if they somehow hit 18 money, which I'm not sure that their deck is capable of hitting 18 money, uh, then they still don't have the win. Okay, but this hand is not a province ad for RTT. So this is still a little bit scary. Alright, as cider, you gotta draw on, right? Just gotta find this last conspirator. Wait, oh, cider didn't, wait. Cider didn't play the forager to buy an estate? Oh, no, cider. RDT didn't play the forager to buy an estate, and now cider is gonna get a tie. I'm pretty sure you take the tie. Like, RDT has two things turtled. I mean, their deck is pretty bad at this point, but there are 7 fool's golds in these cards. Yeah. Okay. And that's a tie. Cider gets away with it despite being seemingly behind the whole game. So that is an extremely good outcome for Cider. Right, and we are going to go move on to game 2. And well, this this is essentially Cider leading the match right there, despite it being a tie. And oh my, mm, this doesn't feel like a board that you like to see as player 1. It's like a well, the cultist part is pretty good, but then it feels a little bit random to me with have you drawn your city quarter situation? Um, hmm. Yeah, I assume we're sorry. Is there a way to discard at the end of my turn? Not really. Just it's gonna be difficult to like put the village green in play so that you can play the cultist. So that you can play the cultist non-terminally with the cultist chains. Or it's gonna be difficult to have actions. I guess there's lackeys. Never mind that. Lackeys is excellent at being a village, and I guess you like with city quarter in the kingdom, you just don't really care about having a lot of actions, even if they're junk actions. But there is no trashing on this board either, so maybe you do care a little bit. No, excuse me, there is trashing. Fool can give flames gift, but yeah, that's something I would not imagine coming up very often. Anyway, what are we thinking for openings? I am definitely looking at lackeys to being a good card, at least one of them, so that we can almost guarantee hitting five. We already have a silver, so we don't really need a second one. Enchantress is kind of a mean card, but then Enchantress is very helpful against ruins and it's not very useful in the cultist slog situation. Is that true? Maybe that's not true because it lets you chain more cultists if you play it. I mean, I don't really want to open up a terminal, but I don't really need. I don't want to open a silver. I don't think Secret Passage is any good. Maybe Scavenger could be alright. Okay, Cider does go with the Scavenger. Uh, I don't mind that. I could also see a Fool, but you gotta open with a lackeys. Right. Both players go with Lackey Scavenger, which it does increase the chances of hitting 5, but here Cider misses 5 on the first try. The other hand is guaranteed to hit 5, though. So that is pretty good for Cider. Uh, or is it good? I don't know. You're looking to hit double 5 here, probably, but uh, it's okay. Do you want a free silver? I imagine not. I would imagine you just want to hit the cultist chains a lot. And yeah, Snowy Village can act as a village pretty well. Of course, you take a silver to get the cultist. Oh, and Scavenger can do the great job of top decking that cultist. What is the last card? It's not something you want. Okay, just top deck the cultist and grab a village green. He, this is not the city quarter time yet. You want to say that okay, Snowy Village. I feel like the village green was a better way to have a village, but I don't know, maybe not. Second cultist for cider, and it's gonna be a third cultist for cider pretty soon. This is pretty good for RDT, just getting to discard their deck. With, like, probably a silver over lackeys, but maybe you put a lackey. Okay, yeah, it is a silver over lackeys. Uh, yeah, the ruin split is even for now. Uh, I was gonna say, I wonder if we play the scavenger before the cultist, opening our other cultist. Oh, we should. I was looking. I guess okay. I was looking to playing the scavenger before the lackeys too, but I guess what RDT wants to do is to top deck the cultist next turn and discard their deck. so that they can draw this cultist and all of these good cards that they drew instead of all of this junk that they have in their deck, which seems better to me. And with 7 money, probably just buy a cultist, and maybe it's already city quarter time because you're not looking at buying more cultists, so the next objective is to just get as many city quarters as possible. Or not as many city quarters as possible, maybe, but like a couple of them at least. Probably like 3, maybe 4. Yeah, you want a lot of city quarters. You have a lot of action-based junk in your deck. And cider opts to take a free silver to reduce one debt. Not sure that I like that as much. And also cider is gonna be drowning in ruins. I think this is right. RDT. I guess okay. RDT got only RDT got 3 of them, so maybe it's not as bad for cider. RDT uh, has gotten out of this. No, I was gonna say has gotten out of this in a pretty good position, and then they drew this hand, which is not as exciting, and that might mean that they will miss their they will lose their own split if Cider just draws 2 cultists in the next 7 cards, one of them being in the first 5. I guess it's not the most likely thing. Yeah, Cider can also draw hands like this. Alright, RDT found the cultist. I do think, I don't know, maybe giving away this rune is not as big because of the draw being city quarter anyway. Oh, nice, we play the survivors. Pretty sure we keep that. The city quarter draws extra 2 cards, or we get to see. Oh, okay, we really want to find that cultist. I can see that too. Uh, yeah, that is probably better that we just like really want to find that cultist. We didn't, but neither did Cider. So RDD is going to put more ruins in Cider's deck. Cider is going to put in RDT's deck. And here you start to wonder how does this game end up. But Cultist is not an easy pile to finish. So the piles that are likely to run out are like lackeys, all the ruins, and some green pile. Or maybe it's Lackey's Ruins Specialist even, if there is gonna be a third pile. Because it's just it's so difficult to play a specialist despite it being such a good card in this kind of kingdom because you just don't draw it with your good cards. You don't draw it with your city players. You don't draw it with your. I'm not a fan. Like I had that on my mind with the Enchantress from Cider. Like, I'm not a fan of these enchantresses because the odds are your opponent is going to have a ruin in their hand. And even if they don't have a ruin, they will have like a lackeys or a cultist or a scavenger. It's probably not going to hit their city quarter. It is some duration draw for yourself who makes your city quarters better. I don't know. I think like what makes my city quarters better is having more of them too, which I don't know. Like, not thrilled about um trying to make the city quarters better by adding cards that aren't city quarter here. And that province is very surprising to me. I thought there is more city quarter buying that's supposed to be happening here. I don't really see why do we need to buy a province. Is Cider going to follow? Is RTT going to be the bad influence? I think this is supposed to be a city quarter, maybe even two city quarters for Cider here. I I don't want to green yet. I think these decks are capable of doing somewhat consistently. Uh, mm, like being somewhat consistent. Cider got the good runs. Not really sure that any of the runs are good. Like I yeah, I'm not thrilled about having ruined markets here. I don't really see these decks hitting more than 16 money anyway, because there's no there's not much action based payload, it's just scavenger. So yeah, I don't like this. Like I don't like the ruined markets. Yeah, I don't no, I don't think so. I disagree. I think ruined markets are bad. Like I think survivors here is a lot better, or ruined library, because you can actually play them for a tangible benefit. Why did we spend all of these villagers so quickly? Not in love with that. Also, this is I I am a little bit surprised when watching this match, because Cider has a strong reputation for greening early, and it looks like RDT has been greening early in both of these games so far. It's yeah, it's a little bit different. Um, we didn't flip their deck, which is probably correct. We have 5 copper, 2 estates, 4 ruins, 3 CQ, no 2 CQ. Yeah, we have a bunch of good cards in there. We probably don't want to flip it. And maybe you have to province here. I don't want to, but no, I my heart says you want to add another CQ. Alright, Sator disagrees. Mhm. I really wanted another CQ because I want my deck to be somewhat consistent, which I do think they could be somewhat consistent, especially now that we have the entrances in them. Like the 7 card starting hand is going to most of the time hit a city quarter if you have 4. And apparently RDT is just going to mm, hit good turns anyway with only 2 CQs. Although this is the end of RDT's good turns, because this is both the city quarters and there are still 15 cards in there. Unless we okay, never mind, unless we like flip the entire deck with the scavenger, which I completely missed. Uh yeah, because if you just draw your city quarters, to the top of the deck all the time, then it's great. Oh wait, did Cider not have an Enchantress? Did I not see that right? This turn was disappointing for Cider, for sure. And I I don't know. I feel like I would want more city quarters. A specialist. Okay, that I don't know if that card's correct. Or at least I don't like it after we province. Like, why? What is the point of that special? Like, what if it doesn't line up with our city quarter? Like, wouldn't we want to have a city quarter instead? We don't have that many of them. They're really precious. I think Cider got a little bit scared there with the province. I don't know. I feel like RDT green too early. I think Cider got scared of the province. This game is going to go very long because of all that. Mm. I think we want to discard at the end of the scavenger, or have the option to discard at the end of the scavenger. And maybe like discard top deck a city quarter, play an enchantress, and then you can have a decent-ish turn. Hopefully every turn, and RDT's decks just completely fell apart. So I think you can just single province your way there as cider, maybe. I know you need three of these. You'd need three of these plus something. Yeah, that seems feasible. And hey, we can specialist as enchantress, which I would want to do probably, and just like have more coins. Or not more cards for the next turn. Hopefully find a city quarter. There are two down there. So it's pretty likely. Right. Yeah, at this point you just province. No, like I'm not concerned about RDT's deck doing anything good. Silver. Did we want that silver? I didn't. Really not thrilled about having a silver in my deck. Like I think we have enough money. Uh, I like I think we have enough money, and I think we just need to draw our money more consistently. Okay, you gotta draw into this, you sadly. And it'd be nice to find a scavenger here later, although this is most of the junk. So maybe you could like if you find a scavenger in these next two cards, you could like scavenger for a junk card. Or you can just draw all of your junk and draw an enchantress. Okay, these seven cards, two coppers, estate, a ruin, city quarter, some other two cards that are probably actions. Yeah, that looks like a pretty good starting hand to me. I think any hand with a city quarter and some actions is a pretty good starting hand. So I'm definitely looking at stopping here. This is oh, there's a lucky coin down there. Hmm. I know. Well, Lucky Queen is one of the coppers. Uh, yeah, and this hits Province Duchy. With Province Duchy, RDT can off Province even if they hit it. So yeah, this looks pretty good. Alright, there's a scavenger down here. I guess the one issue that Cider has is they don't have any villagers. It doesn't let them play actions. It doesn't let them play lackeys or cultists at the start of the turn. It's not great. Maybe this hand does not look as good as I initially thought. I mean, there's what? There's a city quarter and probably a lackeys down here. And at some point, RDT picked up a fool, which we completely missed. Yeah, I don't really know what that does, but how did we hit this number? That is a crazy number to hit as RDT. I guess we hit 4. Okay, that is fair. I mean, maybe another Lucky's is better. I don't know. Like Lucky's is a pretty good card here. I'd still chain these cards. I think we're limited options. Yeah. Um. Okay, this looks like you can't scavenge for. Oh, we have a ruined market. Okay, yeah, we played a scavenger, we played a ruined market, and we went. All right, I guess ruined markets are all right. I'll I'll give credit to the ruined market. Uh, or I mean this. Sure. Cider did have 6 ruins. I don't think that that's the ruins that won. I think that's the third city quarter that won. I think having more city quarters in this game that was what actually was important. All right. Let's what's the score? It's 1.5 half for cider. Okay. And in this what do we have here? We have trashing with bonfire and investment, and we have trashing with sanctuary as well, or pseudo trashing. We have village in city. We have draw in council room. City later. Shanty Town can draw. Storyteller can draw. Apothecary kind of draws, but I'm probably not interested in it. Enchantress draws. The only village is no, there's a city and there's minstrel. There's plenty of tools here. So the question is, how do you build this? I think Storyteller looks pretty annoying, so I'm probably going to skip that. I want at least one Sanctuary at some point, but that point's probably not at the start. Some way to trash shelters, probably including Necropolis. The Necropolis does not look particularly good, and yeah, not sure about these bonfires. Yeah, hmm. I guess the question is, are we trying to hit price points here? And what are we hitting these price points for? Well, know that console room is worth it. I don't really see why are we trying to hit 5. I think we're gonna hit 4 pretty well. So I don't hate these bonfire opens. Like this is the fastest way to trash down by quite a bit. I think our draw is what? Probably like Enchantress to start, and then is it Council Room? Is it Storyteller? Maybe it is Storyteller. And the plus buy is, well, there is Sang, so you don't have to play with the Council Room. I don't know. But I think I'm looking at drawing the Storyteller. I think I'd be looking to grab one at some point. So maybe we do want money. I don't know. The control is key for an early platinum. Wait, is early platinum even that good? I mean, I think I don't mind what they're doing right now. Honestly, this is pretty decent where RDT's deck is right now because it's just so thin. You can hit, like, you can just add treasures and figure things out later. Uh, there's also Colonnade. I think that matters. Yeah, you can just add treasures and grab Storyteller and then go from there. I don't think this is a Storyteller angle. I think this could be. Hmm, this could be. Okay, this is sad. Right, and these decks are gonna start like pretty consistent. We're just gonna move up treasures. We're gonna trash the treasures that we don't want. Maybe we even trash these silvers soon as RDT. Probably not yet though. We might want to trash this investment too, and just grab gold, grab platinum, uh, maybe grab a storyteller. There's no time for border guard. Border guard is a really good card though, but yeah, we got thin so quick that it's probably not going to be useful. Mm, yeah. Mm, all right, a cider. I probably get rid of my investment here. Like we have a sank. We are already thin. Oh, we got a coin. Oh, no, I wanted to buy a silver anyway, and I didn't really want that investment card anymore. Like getting it for 2 VP is probably as good as it's gonna get. I might even play it for like I guess I wanna hit 6 here as RDT for a gold, so I might like hold on to this investment just so that we hit 6. Uh, we could buy gold. Uh, I hope Genius is not listening to this. Uh, doesn't look like it. Um, yeah, I do want the gold. Um, yeah, I don't see any of these actions being particularly interesting here at yet. Here, so and for both of them, is the last card? Oh, the last card is a silver. Yeah, I don't want to have an investment in the deck as later, though. Still, like, I mean, maybe you could exile it, you could trash a copper, it doesn't really make a difference. I guess is it better than copper? Maybe. Not really certain that this investment card's better than copper. Because yeah, if that was a copper, then we would hit 9 here. A cider. And this is okay, this is probably a gold and just get rid of this investment, yeah. Just get your free VP. And yeah, say goodbye to the card that gets in the way. Yeah, and just grab gold, grab plat now. Oh, you can make an investment like copper by playing the last. That is a fair point there, pal. Uh, yes, we could. So it is strictly better than copper. Uh, yeah. All right. This could be 9 if you don't trash, but then you might not draw that platinum. I think you trash. I think you trash again. Yeah. All right. RTT, like their decks look pretty much the same. Yeah, their decks are going to be exactly the same, in fact, after this turn, and RTT is just 1 point up, and is first player. That seems pretty good. Alright, are we just exiling the silver, buying a colony, and is this our deck? Like, surely you can do better than that, right? It might take too much time. Uh, I don't know. Maybe you'll still end up grabbing a storyteller. CR, a cancel room? Why do you want to cancel room? It's terminal and helps our opponent. Like it's gonna prevent us from playing our Sanks, which it, I guess it still has plus buy, so it doesn't stop us from plus buy. Okay. I could see the cancel room. I don't like the part where it helps our opponent though. I was thinking Sank storyteller. No, Flat storyteller. Yeah, Flat storyteller is something that I like more. Do think we want storyteller in this. And I don't really get the point of this. I don't. I don't see why do we want to do sanctuaries. Apparently, Cider agrees. Maybe it's just for the points, but eh, like still, I don't know. I am not thrilled. I guess we could use these sanks to get points later of like border guard. No, I mean, yeah, I'm just like we're just spending 5 on a card that I don't want, right? Like the cancel room I can see a lot more just because it does something for our deck other than uh just being a counter. It's pretty worthless. Uh okay, Sanctuary Enchantress. That excuse me? I do not understand this Enchantress at all. Like we're trying to set up for the storyteller draw, maybe? Okay. Oh my. There was a border guard and a shanty. Okay, I am. very confused. Okay, the one shanty I can see that you just play all of your actions and then the shanty draws. Enchantress, kind of similar to that. But like, hmm, I am so confused. Like, we're just adding. I feel like we're just trying to build and it doesn't feel as efficient just for the sake of doing it. Yeah, they want cheap actions for the colonnade. And I guess the first border guard is there so that you can buy two more, which RDT is going to do here. Right. I also missed. Oh, right. I was thinking the cider was gonna buy a platinum on the turn that they bought the enchantress, and I completely missed the fact that RDT has two platinum in their deck. So yeah, that seems important. And did RDT exile their silvers? They exiled one, and they are running what? Oh yeah, they have a silver, two golds, three platina. So they're running 22 money in their deck. Yeah, there was like a really good point to just go in with single colony, and then they like started adding action cards instead. And then Cider swing to single colony anyway, where I'm like, yeah, a lot of the time when I see Cider play this game, I just don't understand what's going on, and I sometimes I have to assume that this is just okay because he is a lot better, but I don't know. I completely disagree with that. It feels felt like such a nonsensical time to green. I don't like it. Score it's 1.5 to uh, Cider. I guess. Mhm. All right. Oh my, that is probably as good of a hand as RDT could draw. Yeah, but soon it'll be a tie. Do you exile the silver as RDT? You you needed to hit the colonies, but you also don't have to draw. I guess maybe you don't exile the silver, but you grab a cancel room at some point. You can't really grab a storyteller unless you get it with a treasure, or at least you can't grab a storyteller to use it to double. We don't have a second colony, so our deck is pretty consistent. The last card is an action. No, it's a gold. It's not an action card. Um, exile silver colony storyteller border card. It doesn't get us to uh double, but I guess we are not interested in doubling yet. Honestly, we never need to double as RTT actually. We just need to keep our deck together. So I like this by Saka. Uh, just Cider's deck is never capable of doubling, right? Like it just has not enough money, right? It's 5 plus 2 golds, that's 11 plus 2, oh, 3 silvers. Yeah, that's 17. Yeah, cider, I'm only counting 17 in cider's deck, so yeah, I just I don't think RDT has to be concerned about everything, anything at any point. Okay, so as cider, how do you get out of this situation without clicking the resign button? Um, is it possible that the opponent does? Not really, right? Like all of the cards in our opponent's deck are good. Like the dad would be to not draw the action cards, but then RDT draws all the treasures, and then they hit Colony anyway. So I think it's impossible for RDT's deck to miss Colony. Uh, but yeah, I guess you just grab Colony Gold and oh, we have a Minstrel. Why do we have a Minstrel as Cider? We don't need the Village effect. Oh my. Uh, wait, why did RDT pick this storyteller? Okay, I guess you just find the colony anyway, but uh, um, and like that, I wanted to play the storyteller. Unless, like, I mean, we could buy like BGBG storyteller. We could also buy another platinum. That was also fine. Everything's winning sort of situation. Oh, and now we can play the storyteller with the platinum and double. Alright, that's pretty good. You just need to play a border guard first if you get to the enchantress. Yeah, that's gonna be game. Okay. First cider. Alright, so RDT you just double anyway. Because oh no, that's not how you double. I mean that probably also gets there, but that is not the most consistent way to double. Yeah. No, it wasn't the most consistent way to double because you could discard one of your actions and was there a way to miss it? Actually there wasn't. Oh yeah. No, never mind. There wasn't a way to miss it. You could this is just more efficient. And this doesn't really matter. This is just details. Yeah. Alright. Resign button is there for you, Cider. I think it's the time. I am very much in favor of usually playing the games out. Uh, I don't know, 29 points. Our opponent's deck literally cannot dud. Like there is about one hand for RDT that would miss Colony, and that's like silver, gold, gold, Colony, Colony. Uh, so I guess we can play to that out. Alright, sure. It's the championship semifinal. We might as well. That's ambitious. Yeah, RDT's gonna play the storyteller. Game's gonna end. I wonder, would cider be even close enough? Yeah, even with that dot, like it is what? Now with that dot, if cider could like maybe there was a way. I don't I don't mind playing it out because like in the time that takes you like it's faster to play it out than to sit there and figure out whether there was a way or not. So it might just as well might as well play that. Right, it's 1.5 each, and this is game four. What do we have here? We have great trashing with Stewart. We have some draw with Hunter. We have great draw with Menagerie. We have Smithy as a draw card, but no village outside of Golem. So, and yeah, this is also a summon board, so this summon Steward is pretty gross. SP1, 2. Oh my god. Yeah, it's just sometimes on the summon boards when you have a 5-2, it's just crazy. Oh, um, I don't know if it's over because this is still a menagerie board and it doesn't look as explosive. So cider is far ahead. Uh, oh, it's patron menagerie. Wait. Oh right, menagerie reveals the hand. I completely missed that interaction. Yeah, okay, never mind. It is very explosive. It's also patron interacts with hunter positively. It's another point. Yeah, okay. That is pretty explosive. And we have plus buy with pawn. Mm. Oh, this is wait, how many of these cards say reveal? It's menagerie, magpie reveals, hunter reveals, and golem reveals. There's I'm only aware of city quarter, which is another card reveals. And is Ironmonger? Ironmonger is reveal. I feel like more of more than half of the minion cards that say reveal are on this board. Rail Blacksmith reveals. Yeah. It's like well, there my point is there aren't that many cards that say reveal, and a lot of them are on this board. So this is very much a great board for that under the line text on Patreon. Is it under the line? Yeah, okay. So that is pretty great. Oh, do we summon? Do we summon another? We could summon another Steward, but that's probably a bit ambitious. We could probably summon a Magpie though. We could buy a Cobbler too. That feels a lot slower than summoning stuff, but maybe it's alright because you just want to grab a bunch of menageries, and it is a non-terminal workshop variant, I suppose. Actually, this brought to my mind that Cobbler is very similar in nature to the new card Blockade, uh, except for it doesn't have the attack, but it's sort of non-terminal, which really shows you. I feel like Blockade is like almost a better card than Cobbler, even uh, not accounting for the cost difference because the attack is so strong. Yeah, it really shows you how this card is. Yeah, Cobbler can't gain itself. Okay, maybe Cobbler would be a really good card if it was a 4. Yeah, okay, the part where Blockade gains itself a lot is very good. Yeah, I was just trying to allude to the fact that Blockade is such a good card and Cobbler is not, and their effect is like almost the same thing. So uh, yeah, I guess the workshop variant costing 4 also is very important. Also, what the hell is this cider? Can you stop? Like, this is very gross, and I really I'm really kind of disgusted by the quality of those draws, and ugh. Uh, this is crazy. Um, yeah, I don't know what to say. My score is 1.5 each. Um, Alright, at least the menagerie doesn't draw here. That's something. RDT, oh my. RTT still has 7 copper in their deck. They trashed once of Steward. Meanwhile, Cider trashed 3 times. And they have a Cobbler. And oh my. Yeah, this is so over. So it's just not a game. I wonder, so since this is Menagerie Patron, I guess you can always play with multiple patrons and you just can play them as you wish. Someone What do you summon? Do you summon a Menage? Do you summon a patron? Probably not a patron, right? You could summon a Magpie if you really want that. I mean, the thing is, Cider is going to draw around their deck uh, this turn. Yeah, so they just buy a patron instead. Yeah, we are drawing, so I mean, if you wanted to have a villager, I suppose that the summon would be useful. But like, what do we want the villager for? Not, it's not clear to me. Hmm, yeah. I think we just like play. What is down there? Oh, there is a cobbler. I'd like to draw this cobbler. Maybe we have to play one patron. I wanted the plus buy as well. Oh, it's cider, right? We're just gonna province here, probably. Forgot. I don't want to province though. I want to, I don't know, buy a useful card. Like, oh, what is a useful card here? Yeah, spending a copper for a villager is not a big price. Link patron before menagerie. No, no. Yeah, he's. I was expecting a province because that is what Ciders does a lot of the time, but uh, I guess not. Not this time. Um, what do I want here? We don't have any magpies. Magpie always hits. Or always hits an action. Don't know that I care. This is like another differently named card in our deck for Menage. But maybe we just want to print money with Menage Patron and just grab another Patron, yeah. And now, what are the last two cards? There is a Steward. Okay, we don't really care about drawing that Steward, right? I mean, I don't really care about this coin either. And we're not going to have a lot of plus buy. Yeah, I do think I want the Villager because we can only, we can only ever double province. So, and we are going to have enough money to double province probably. So yeah, I think I prefer it this way. Mm, Here, RTT got to province. I'm not sure how meaningful that is. Okay, we got our one menagerie draw that we're gonna get for the turn. I want to trash this province. I'm not going to. Oh, I wanted to play a pawn for card in action first because I thought uh we don't have enough money to triple. I guess if we're gonna double, we are very, very likely to dodge next turn. So maybe you just single province? Oh. I mean, we have so many pawns. We have what, 13 coffers? We could just hold on to our coffer stack, not put the province in our deck, and hopefully have a turn next turn. Now we can stack up those coffers even more, and but that like gets back gets us back to our last turn where we doubled instead of just buying a single province, and making sure that this turn is good. Maybe we just want to sort of delay buying provinces match. It's 1.5 each. Okay, we're going to grab a villager here, I assume. Mm, yeah, I don't want the 4 provinces in the deck. That seems like a disaster in working. And I haven't been paying much attention to RTT's deck because this game is mostly about Cider not messing this up rather than RTT doing anything. But action buying getting 2 province. Let's do villager for the next turn. Um, Action buy and getting 2 provinces plus 2. It seems like we're just spending all of our coffer stack to Deathman. Uh, I don't want to. Oh, action buy on the pawn. Okay, I was confused about the action buy. I don't really want to be spending all of our stuff. I mean, I could see like a province plus summon maybe, but the thing is, like Cider can triple here ish, triple on a good enough draw, which this looks like a good enough draw. We took. Oh my god, why did we take buy coin? Hmm. Also, we just play both the patrons, and this is winning. I think. This is also winning without playing the. All right, this is just straight up winning. Okay. Yeah, this game was over on turn one. When Cider opened Stewart, someone Stewart, and yeah, RTT just did not get to play. Happens sometimes, but that's the minion for you. Yeah. And that is match point for Cider. Can the Triple League champion make it to the finals of the Dominion Online Championship? Let's find out. And we have another kingdom. We have student and salvager as trashing. We have student as cursing as well as soothsayer as cursing. So that's something. But soothsayer is mostly self-cursing here with Bandit Fort. Um, we have draw in city quarters, Sly, and hunting lodge draws to X, which could be alright. And our sources of payload is sort of monument. You could do monument hunting lodge stuff, but then there's no. There's a gainer in conjurer. Doesn't feel great. And yeah, plenty of class action here. Yeah, good sources of pay. Bandit camp is an excellent source of payload. Soothsayer is a pretty decent source of payload. You could do like some Soothsayer salvager stuff where you trash the golds. But then you also increase your hand size for your opponent for their city waters, which I'm not thrilled about. It's a way of the mule as a sort of way to get payload with draw to axe. Hmm. I feel like I want to start with Slay is a nice source of payload. It gets you horses, and the horses you play horses as way of the mule. Is that what you mean, Haka? You could also, I guess, play a soothsayer and put the gold in your hand, and that also is a way. That's I don't know. You have to get the horses and then draw the horses, so that's kind of like a terminal silver, but worse because you have to also draw the horses. As a terminal silver minus two cards. Yeah, it does work with City Quarter, yeah. And City Quarter makes everything happen. I feel like I want to start off with the non-city quarters. Oh, also something that I've missed is that there is an Acropolis in this kingdom, and that means that the openings are going to be slightly different, and it looks like Cider had a 4-4, and RDT had a 5-2. Why is RDT opening Bandit Camp? It's a great question. Maybe we are concerned about not having payload in this with student, and Bandit Camp is a way to get payload for us. Is is it better than Monument? Probably. Like I'm looking at the option at our options in the open, and I'm like not thrilled about them. Mm. So I think adding a spoils, especially as students, is a great trasher. Is good. You're surprised with no salvager. We don't have estates in this kingdom, so salvager is not as good with no estates, and yeah, yeah, that's why I would imagine salvager isn't here. I don't think it's great. At least it's not great yet. It could be better later. And I do think you want one later for just the pile pressure and also the plus buy is it the only source of plus buy in this? Um, in fact, this is the only way to get well, it's not the only way to get multiple green cars. It is the only way to get multiple provinces in the turn, though. So I would imagine we are going to see uh, it a little bit later. And did already out the trash twice last turn? I didn't quite catch it. Yeah, they did. Is RTT just like super? Did RTT trash like some? What? Did RTT just trash three more coppers than cider? Am I seeing this right? That that is a lot. That is a lot of coppers. And cider has two students. Yeah, I do think Salvager comes into play later with either Conjure for gains or Soothsayer for gains. Uh, Probably Soothsayer is better. Top deck secure play Slay. What is in our deck? Um, there there are some actions down there. We could top deck this CQ. I'm not sure that we're buying this CQ even. Probably, like we just went straight there. Oh no, we're buying the Lodge. Okay. Oh, RDT has both the Slays too. I mean, I don't mind the lodge. I like that is in line with what I had in my mind at the start of this, was just start off with the draw to X stuff and get some decent money and then go for CQs because the draw to X is pretty good in this kingdom. Um, but I don't know, maybe you just dive in straight into CQs the way like with all of these slays that we have. Like I definitely was imagining like playing with lodges to start with. Yeah. Oh, CQ Conjurer, yeah, it is a very nice interaction where you just have that action in hand always. And it is also an extra card in hand to start the turn with. Hmm. And, alright, and for Cider I assume they want to conjure. Cider seems a lot behind here though. I like well, they've trashed three less cards, right? Or did they catch up? No, they did not, right? Never mind. Okay, they were three cards behind at one point, but they did catch up right now because or in fact they're ahead on trashing, I think. Because they've given away the curse already and they have the same number of favors and they also trashed their hovel and the curse. Okay, so Sator is ahead on trashing, and RTT is ahead on, well, having cards in deck. And we also rotated to Conjure and then proceeded to not buy it? That is strange to me. That is very strange. And this is a pretty nice hand for RTT, although... Oh, do you? Uh, RTT could have reacted this late to put the curse in their hand so that they could trash it with student, play the horses as mules, and then discard their hand. That is a nice little thing you can do. I feel like I wanted to do that. I'm kind of sad that didn't happen. Uh, alright. So I guess this way we're just I mean I don't want to play the student, right? Like I maybe we just discard the maybe we just mull both the horses and the sleigh and just play the lodge and discard because I really want to trash with this student. I no, I don't want to play the horses. That no, that's not what the horses are for. I thought the horses were to be coppers that say action on them. And now that there isn't, yeah, there is another horse down there. I guess we can, okay, we can play the student multiple times. But we can trash both the curses anyway. Mm, yeah, I don't like this turn. I, uh, I feel like this could have been, like, just one more copper, sure. But we have like two coppers in the deck. Oh, do you just grab all the conjurers? Kind of interested. Yeah, I want all the conjurers. Uh, I'm, I'm not like interested. Yes, I mean we can't do the oh we can do the CQ, right? Ew. Oh, I guess we are okay. I reacted with ew, but this is also fine. Last card was like a force. Alright, yeah. Okay, this turned out to be pretty good for RTT. Oh, oh no. Okay, is there a way to save this turn? Yeah, you can play Necropolis and then Slay and then react Slay to gain a horse, right? That's simple. Pretty simple. Alright. I guess glad that Slay are in our deck. Um, yeah, it is like I don't think this play is bad. I just wanted all the conjurers because they look like a pretty good card and we could figure out the terminal space issue later. We like if we really need to not play something, we could just not play Slay. Alright, anyway, we probably want a full turn, so I want to play at the Necro and yeah, and react the Slay to get a horse to draw our villages, hopefully. Okay, that is a village. Oh, that's another village? Okay, we're getting somewhere with this. Then we can play one conjure, discard, and yeah, we got there. It's a little bit rough, but it's there. And I think I just want like all of the slays at this point. Although, no, well, from the game perspective, I want all of this. From the game winning perspective, I want all of the slays. From the fun perspective, I don't want to click through all of the slays. I don't. Didn't we have? I thought we have terminal space for this conjurer now. Why did we mull it? Um. Hmm? Yeah, we definitely have terminal space for this conjurer. Even if we play both the salvagers, which I assume we are not. Yeah, do you? I was gonna ask, do you spend a horse to draw two horses? Or would you rather have two horses? I think I'd rather have two horses. Um, I don't think I'm interested in Sorcerer. I thought I was interested in City Quarter, but I might have been interested in Soothsayer, uh, alongside City Quarter because a gold hood costs six, and cars that cost six give a lot of stuff when you trash it. What is the score? It is 2.5, 1.5, four-sider. Bandit Cap City Quarter. Bandit Cap's also good. Gives money. Soothsayer does give more money though. Mm, And for cider, oh wait, cider does not have a single city quarter. Yeah, RTT looks quite ahead. The cider does have a 4 point lead for whatever that is worth. Probably not much. Mm. Cider also has these students which are not useful. I guess that's just because Slater did not draw their student well or something. Something that happened in the starting turns would caused Slater to be very behind on trashing from the start. Um, it- mm, yeah, and also having Slays in the deck for a while was quite good because I mean, as like it doesn't sound as exciting as a source of payload, but it sounds exciting as a source of payload that can become draw if you need it. Insider is in on this monument plan, which sure it does score, and maybe being ahead on points matters enough. Probably not though. Did we get rid of both of our students? Bandit comes CQ. Yeah, I do like that quite a bit. We could also get a Sooth. No, we can't because we don't have terminal space. We do have terminal space. Right? No. No, we gained a monument. Never mind. Alright, we're gonna go opt for a hunting lodge instead of bandit camp. I don't see why that would be good. I think the effect of the bandit camp is just strictly better in Cider's deck. And it's going to be strictly better until the end of the game. What do I know? Mm, yeah, both them say village. Okay. How much of this? I was interested in playing this hand as RDT, and I was interested in finding out how much of this hand can I play so that I can discard a Hunting Lodge, preserve forces. But I guess this is like all the same, really. Okay, we wasted one horse. I don't really, you can't be bothered about one horse as much. Oh, oh, a lich. A lich got revealed. Are we playing with the lich? What would we want from the trash? We could want horses. Hunting Lodge is a fancy copper. We're probably gonna play it as a village because terminal space is a limiting factor here. A fancy necro, yeah, that is more about right. Also, we trashed our necro, which I don't really see why would we not want a necro. Yeah, like I think this terminal space is important. Like the draw is not a problem. Everything is an action. We have city quarters, and half of these actions draw cards. Why do you want to trash? I did not want to trash. Yeah, I don't know why do we want a lich. What are we doing with the lich though? Why do we trash this? Okay. Oh, we're trashing it for 6, right? Alright, that is a point. Probably better than the the other card, the Soothsayer card. And what does and it does gain us the Necro back, so that I suppose is fine. It also gains us horses back if we choose to trash horses. Okay, I get behind that. Uh, yeah, cider. There's no way to gain the sludge and put it in hand. Oh no, yeah, there's no way to gain the sludge and put it in hand and then trash it, unfortunately. So we can't do that. So what do we hope for? Are we just like playing to have more monuments than our opponent and hope that like gets us somewhere? Maybe. I I feel like we are not in a great position here. How much terminal space do we have? A little bit. If we choose to not play some of these, I guess. Okay, right now, as it stands, we have 0 terminal space, but we could choose to trash or not play some of these terminal options. So maybe we could create terminal space. Don't know if that's possible though. I sure wish that this hunting lodge made free money instead of, well, being a necro though. Um, no, we are also six decade, 6 what coins in that. Oh my goodness, decades, yes, decades money. Uh, yeah, coins is the correct term for this. Um, okay, I mean that is a way to get rid of our terminal space problem by just trashing a salvager with a salvager. Um, but these conjurers seem really hard to play. Mm, we just we need to figure out how to get villages in our deck, and the villages are probably supposed to be CQs, and we just can't make enough money as cider, and yeah, this just looks all not great. But at least for cider, we managed to tie that first game because RTT did not buy an estate to prevent the double province, so we are in a very good match position because it just takes the some high rolling in game six, and we're going to get to the final. And I feel like if I'm cider, I'm mostly thinking about the game six at this point, and just clicking on cards so that maybe RTT messes something up or like completely duds or and like, if I see a dud from RTT, then I'm actually checking back into this game and trying to figure out what's going on. Mm, Here, okay, yeah, we have five terminal cards, three. Three of them we can play, so you should probably trash two of them. Oh, okay, that is a way to trash two of them. We also got rid of our monuments, which was maybe our only hope. I don't know. Like we had to get money somehow, I suppose. I guess we can gain them back because our opponent is probably having the similar issue of terminal space. It's like really difficult to gain actions that aren't terminal here. Um, I do think I want a city quarter. It it says village on it, and we also probably want that draw. All right. No lich in hand. Now there is a lich in hand. All right. So I guess we just like throw all of this stuff into our discard. Yeah, we could trash the lich on the way, and then we could just try to redraw it. Oh, that wait. I did not want to redraw it of a CQ. I wanted to try to redraw it of the bandit camps, but sure, this also works. Um, yeah, we should definitely gain that necro back because no, we did not. All right. One last try. We can trash this lich again, and we could get the necro back so that we can actually play all of those actions. All right. We are not interested in this necro. Well, we have one more chance to gain a salvager and then get the necro back. All right. Maybe RTT is just teasing us. These slices look less impressive now if you have to play the horses for draw. But yeah, such as um, this is how it's gonna be, unfortunately. Right now, RTT is probably wondering, wait, why did I gain all of these monuments? I don't want them. Um, so there's one last chance to trash the sludge and get a necro back. We also generated 24 money in the process, so that's pretty good. Okay, I guess you could say that these monuments are like okay because mm, oh, we can react to Slay, right? These monuments are okay because you can mold them, but like, I would rather be molding all of these adder cards that like are better. I don't know how to say it. Just all of the like I'd rather be having slays or horses in my deck, like cards that have utility if I don't have to mold them or like that can save my turn from a dud. Oh, Slay can top deck CQ. Okay, that is a fair point. Mm, alright. Province, top deck CQ. Some sort of. Just buy provinces and you top deck to CQs of your last buy, and I'm not gonna count how much that is because I don't think Cider can make that much. Alright, and this is yeah, we were a little bit scared. I suppose if we have to play this Lich, then it's a little concerning. But we have free CQ standards. On one. And even if we have to play this Lich, pretty sure that you can just play the Lich and get 6 provinces on the turn. Um, am I sure about that? Well, if you have to play the Lich and you don't get the money from trashing it over and over again, then it might be a little bit sketchy. Yeah, I don't, not sure. It'll probably work. Actually, hmm, if you're sure you can get there, do you play the Lich first? Just to have your CQ draw more cards so that you can make sure that you don't dead. Probably not worth the mental effort to calculate that and just playing the CQ first is better at that point. Hopefully Cider. Oh, also we have 2 conjurers set aside, so we have CQ draws 6. This CQ actually draws as much as Lich. Oh, the Lich does draw a lot of cards. Turns out, I suppose. Yeah. Meanwhile, for Cider, I don't know. Trash Lich, and hopefully, hopefully this gets maybe, maybe we can get somewhere. We can trash this Lich 4 times theoretically. In practice, I don't know. We'd have to have the draw. It seems slightly ambitious. Especially that we get like a bunch of junk that we don't want. So, yeah, I don't think we can actually trust the Lich 4 times. We can probably trust the Liches and the students. Or maybe two Liches and a monument. And maybe a monument again, in fact. But yeah, we're just going to trash the Lich and think later. Yeah, this game is still going, Haka. This I I assume RTT is just going to what do you call it? Six province sextuple, something like that. Uh, the got six provinces, and the game's gonna end, and maybe Cider helps him a little bit. Like there is a way to again, like there is a possible world where where RTT has a hand that has a bunch of salvagers and provinces and like just one city quarter, and all of the city quarters are hiding at the bottom. So you kind of want to play this out because there's like this 1% hand for RTT that like doesn't win. But yeah, this is quite hopeless. I would say. Hmm. We could have thought about what we are gaining from this sludge. Alright, so now we probably trash the students so that we don't have to get a copper. Oh no, we're gonna gain another copper. That's great. We top deck the copper. That oh my. I guess that's I guess Cider did say that copper is his favorite card, so he's just gotta live up to that. And since this game doesn't really or no, he didn't say those favorite cards. Like which card is the most difficult to play with. So that was copper. So we are going to mm, play with copper a little bit at least. And hope that stuff works out. I don't know. I don't really know where I'm going with this. We can give away the curse with one of those coppers though. Yeah, something maybe. Um, no, I don't see a point. I don't want to. I'm just rambling. Uh, it's really not much going on. Trying to fill in the void. Oh my, we are actually playing around the six provinces. Yeah, how about we don't do that? How about we just. Okay, that now I don't see the point. I think if our opponent could get six provinces, they probably win anyway. So I think I was interested in like buying a bunch of provinces here. Or maybe two provinces, two duchies. That like seemed reasonable. This or oh, we drew two coppers. Oh no. And this game's over. Officially, officially RTT has the win. Do you ever think about it here, or do you just start clicking? I think I would just start clicking. This starting clicking might be losing, but who cares? Start clicking. Get this over with. It's probably not losing. In fact, you probably figured out between turns since Cider's turn was pretty long that the win is there. Maybe you should double check, but like, it's what we have 9 money with bandit camps, and then we have some number of salvagers, probably like 5 or 6 of them. Mm, 2 of them can trust provinces, 3 of them can trust Lich. Why am I counting that? Why would they bother? Mm, yeah, I know. Yes, you have to be somewhat careful about not salvaging provinces if you don't think the wind's there. You have another city quarter down there. Like if you play all of your bandit camps, and then you can play some, I don't know, conjurers if you are interested in that. um, I don't really don't know. It's score it's 2.5, 1.5 for cider, and it's going to be 2.5 each. Just when this game ends in hopefully a moment. Huh. Yeah. I don't know, like this is this is a kind of spot where like I on ladder I'd be really happy to just like start trashing these provinces and collecting against like if I lose. And this is like the spot that gets a little bit annoying in tournaments where you're like, okay, I guess I gotta count this out. And yeah, and you start counting and yeah. Probably doesn't matter if we play Bandit Cup later. Why? I think playing Bandit Cup now is alright because you gotta draw back to those spoils at some point. Unless the Bandit Cup self draws, but like I think you have to draw back to those spoils and then and you want to already do that and spend your draw. I know though. Yeah, I mean I prefer the way RTT did it. Are we playing this Conjurers? We probably have enough. Action space. Oh, do we have 6? Do we have? Is this 48? It's like 48, probably. Or is this 32 in hand? Yeah, this is 42 plus 2 trash 2 provinces. Yeah, that's an easy one. It is a triple checking moment. I don't know, RDT, if RDT rewatches this, at some point he was gonna be like, why was I taking so long here? This is yeah, alright, it's a lot more than 32. Oh, well, don't trash this salvager to be fancy. Yeah, okay. Maybe he miscounted the number. Like maybe he misremembered what six provinces is. I don't know. We are way over though. It does sometimes happen, like when you're counting those in your head, and you're like, okay, I need six provinces. That's like 64 money, right, or something. Like you do something along those lines, and then you're trying to get 64 money really hard, and you're and then you do your turn, then you buy the provinces, and you realize, oh, I'm stupid. I didn't need that much money. I'm really sorry. Uh, so that could have happened here. I wouldn't be surprised. All right, no, this is match point for both of them, and we we're going to try to make a collection of peddlers here, I assume. But how do we get there? This is game six, but it's 2.5 each. So that's why it's match point for both of them. Mm. But if it's a tie, we go to game seven. Mm. So we can draw cards with Courtyard, Watchtower, and that's about it. We can have a village with Recruiter, and there are peddlers that reduce your recruiter target, so I think that's fine. We can also duplicate peddlers, right? When again you card costing up to 6 and peddler costs up to 6 in your buy phase, so you can call the duplicate, yeah. Um yeah, so I guess you just grab a collection peddlers or collection of courtyards. Um, well, I do think we are playing the game plan is try to hit recruiter, um, then grab some collections, and then try to collect peddlers, courtyards, and then maybe lighthouses, the third pile, sort of thing. So yeah, so if we wanna do that, scavenger poorhouse, that's not nowhere near what I was thinking. I don't see why do we want. Oh, we can toilet, right? There's toilet poorhouse. All right, that changes things. Poorhouse won't play later because of collection. Poorhouse can always be toiled, right? So it doesn't really matter. I guess okay, you could also draw with Watchtower and like Watchtowers and Poorhouses, but then you would have to trash coppers. Oh, Poorhouse is basically silver, yeah. It's a fancy silver. Um yeah, if it's a fancy silver, then I'd rather have a regular silver, I think. Um I was wondering about Watchtower, but if we took the Scavenger, hmm, I don't know. Like Watchtower is one of these cards where you just sometimes draw a hand on turn three and the game ends. This is why I like it so much. But I guess Scavenger that does this job quite well as well. And Cider is gonna hit 5 3 times. Right, so what did they open? Cider opened with a silver alongside the scavenger, while RTT went scavenger courtyard. So, and it looks like Cider is going to hit double recruiter with this, while RTT is not. Granted, the double recruiter might be really sad if we don't draw an estate here. We did, okay. Then Cider is well in the driver's seat already, and it looks like RDT's championship run might already be leaning towards being over. Uh, because this is just a crazy good draw for Cider. And down here there's a scavenger, and yeah, I do think this is collection. I don't think you want more than two recruiters here. Eventually you're gonna recruit peddlers, but uh, yeah, I don't think this. I don't think these recruiters are gonna come in. Yeah, this match has been in tie and an all FPA. That is true, DZ. But RTT had an opportunity. I don't think RTT played that game one perfectly. I think there was I think there were ways to avoid that tie. I mean, he could have lost for what I remember. Like the last hand in that game wasn't exciting, but yeah, I don't know. Like I do think that we could have all done the things we did. For the recruiter, I don't think so. I don't think that. I think the collection is an excellent 5 cost card to have here. Oh my, and we can top deck the collection right now to. Oh, oh, we can also draw it. I really wanted to top deck it. I guess we draw 5 junk cards. Uh, fine, cider. This could be better. Alright, so this is 8 money. We can't hit the pool houses. Maybe we just grab free peddlers. It's already the time. Yeah, I do want the free peddlers. Maybe it's like 2 peddlers in the courtyard. Or maybe it's yeah, cider draws. Yes. Cider has been drawing extremely well. Uh I do want a courtyard in the deck. I think we have enough plus action, and if we don't have enough plus action, we can always trash a peddler. So I guess how much terminal space do we have if we do that? We have 4 terminal actions. Yeah, we have exactly enough terminal space if we go double peddler courtyard. Mm, Collection, watchtower, or courtyard, and 1 peddler. Uh, courtyard duplicate. Okay, we have some uh different lines there. I don't mind I like adding the other collection. No, he didn't forget the peddler. The peddler costed 2 Marin. So we couldn't have gotten it. I I do like having more collections in this deck, but I also want to be drawing deck, which is not. I don't think it is certain that we are going to be doing that. All right, yeah, we don't really want the silver, and this is peddler still costs 2. It's It annoyingly keeps costing 2. Hmm. I do want more collection now. This is just. I think this is just the fourth collection, and there is maybe a courtyard and a peddler. Finally, so that we can make sure that these goddamn things cost 0. Or rather, we can trash it with a recruiter, because that's what we're probably going to end up doing. Hmm. Yeah. Collections next courtyard, that's also a line, but then I'm worried about not having enough terminal space. I guess this is where teleport house could have been better than silver. I know, silver costed 3, so you could trash it. Um, okay, we just went with 4 actions. Does make peddlers cheaper, yes. But I don't know. It's I think I want to have those villagers. Watchtower seems odd. Yeah. Um, I don't really know what it is. Yeah, I do want just more collections and more collections because right now are we even on collections? Yeah, we are. Mm, I think I want to grab a courtyard. We could top like a watchtower that does. Oh, that's just free. Yeah, that is probably the best then. Oh my. Well, at least peddlers costing 2 is not an issue here. Yeah, RTT is not as far behind. Uh, so we might actually want to take a look at what's going on there. Oh, and RTT has also so many villagers right now, and they have about even or more draw. Yeah, as an extra courtyard, is even on collections. Uh, Also RET is 16 points behind. That is slightly concerning. And the other problem is if we buy a bunch of peddlers, then RDT is gonna end the peddler pile, and we also didn't draw our collections. Okay, yeah, RDT is still in trouble here. I think I wanted a courtyard over the peddler. I don't know, maybe not. I think Cider needs to find something to trash. The scavenger looks like a great target. Yeah, say goodbye to the scavenger. Okay, say goodbye to this. Okay, I guess you can trash the peddler too. Probably better at this point. Yeah, because the peddler doesn't draw a card anyway here. Because you're gonna play the watchtower. And you can top deck your fourth collection with the scavenger. The next hand is going to be not ideal if you do that. And the watchtower draws 2. But yes, I do want to recruit the peddler. Um, do you just grab the? We have 5 buys, right? Or we could just, if we have 5 buys, we could just buy 5 peddlers. Assuming that we are top decking with the scavenger, which I think we are because we trashed the peddler. Uh, well, you could take the remaining collections. You could also take the remaining peddlers. And I think taking the remaining peddlers is better. Um, yeah, the next turn we are not gonna have the. Oh, we didn't. Huh? Even though the next turn hand wasn't gonna be very good, I still wanted to draw through because I thought if we score 20 here, the RDT is going to have trouble coming back. But I guess we are playing the long-ish game. I don't know, like, if we just went 35 points ahead, this this felt a lot better, no? Like, I I mean, I guess we can grab a bunch of courtyards and still be fine. Like, this feels all winning, but I think I prefer to be a lot of points ahead than have a good turn next turn. Just, I don't think RDT could have caught up even with two turns. Like, even with a dud from us in two turns, like two good turns for them. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know. Anyway, now it's RET. Okay, so Cider has 6 buys. So you gotta you had to stop there. Now if Cider gets to buy all of the courtiers on a peddler, you probably still lose. So you just kinda have to hope for some sort of dud. And that's not gonna happen, I assume. Yeah. Uh Cider's just I don't think it's possible for Cider to dud. Like not out of this not out of this opening hand. Hmm. I cannot read Japanese, unfortunately, so I don't know what Silly Potter just said. Mm, yeah, we can probably trash this watchtower. We have 13 money, right? Like, yeah, we do. Alright, and that's about as perfect of a draw as we can get. Maybe we didn't have as much draw in that deck as I thought, but anyway, Cider is going to be our first finalist. Congratulations to him, and thank you for bearing with me for this semifinal match. The other semifinal, which is Sangatsu versus I don't remember who that is. Uh, yeah, Marin. Oh, right, Marin. Yes, Sangatsu versus Marin is played tomorrow at similar hour, is what I remember. I don't really know what the hour was. So, alright, I'll see you around, and yeah, bye.